gaming is right for right now. Like I still want to do that. It's still what I want, but I don't want my channel to only be games. I want you know one of them Obama's nudes. That's kind of fucked up. Get out of my live stream until you subscribe. Matter of fact, everybody who isn't subscribed, leave. Go subscribe right now. Actually, I really do appreciate my fans, like my fans, like people are actually fans of me, and not just like that moniker where it says fans. Really wish they should change that. They should be followers. I just don't think fans is the right word. Because of my 200 and something thousand, I feel like a majority of them, like a good chunk of them, kind of just like look at it and then like haha and then scroll past, and aren't really like it's just a follow, kind of like me with my follows, you know, not really fans of any of my friends or the friends I made on this, things like that. Anyway, but the actual people that like come in my lives all the time, the people that are subscribed to me, the people that are showing support and all that, it just fucking rocks. Like I genuinely could not have been like I will always thank my fans from the bottom of my heart, and no matter where I go in the future, I'm not gonna say I did this. Nah, it's the generosity of other people. It's the people that have continued to like my videos, go on my YouTube, go on my Instagram, all that. It's all of them. You damn it, you take a 6-month break from TikTok because you made a TikTok where I pretended off myself. There's another Matt that did that that I follow. He did a video. He wasn't even really offing himself, but he got in the bathtub and he laid down, because he was duetting this girl that was saying something sad. So he was in the bathroom, like laying down in the tub and put the water over his face. And I think one time he got banned from live streaming because he did that on a live stream where he was like, fucking idiot. He was just like laying underneath the water, and people got scared. Jesus Christ. I'm an adult, so I don't need to take a break from anything. I'm actually happy that I joined TikTok. I really am, despite everything else. Like, it's actually given me an opportunity that I would not have had. Like, I was trying to become a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber and all that, and you can tell that I'm not good at it because I gave up. I gave up trying a long time ago, because I'm new at everything. I don't have thumbnails on my YouTube videos, and I probably won't make myself put thumbnails on them ever, just because I don't know, too much work, and I don't have another monitor. I mean, like, I would try my best to stream forever. And like I get one person to stay and then 2 people, but then they'd leave, and it would just, I always ever maxed out at 1. Because of TikTok, whenever I Twitch streamed, I could at least get like 10. Maximum was 10. And as like meh as it sounds, super great. It's super rewarding. But I always wanted to get to the point where I could actually have comments like constantly rolling down. So right now I'm just trying to get monetized on YouTube, so I can start making ad revenue. So I can put that money towards online stuff. But reading a book I write, I am writing one. Thank you for liking my beard. What's my YouTube? Juicy Saft. Some of these TikTokers want to brand themselves, but they ain't even trying. They're using different names for everything. That's not cool. I use one name, and it's been the username that I've used for everything for a while now. And because this is the one people know, this is the one I'm sticking with. Juicy Saft. It's a weird name, but it's mine. I love when people try to say my name because they forget how to fucking say juice for some reason. And they say Juice Saft. What the fuck? It's juice. It's juicy. It's Juicy Saft. It's still juice, though. It's in the name. It's not hard. But every single time that somebody's adding me in something, or like, Yeah, the creator, Chewsaft, Juicy Softo. It reminds me of people actually trying to say my name, my last name, because they always fuck it up. Uh, and it's not even hard. I'm not gonna talk. It's like they see the Saft part, and then just it makes their brain go fucking crazy. And they're like, ah! I don't mind when people call me Juice or Juice Saft, but it's the whole thing is supposed to be Juicy Saft because my name is Juicy Juice. So I thought it was clever because I learned that juice in German is Saft. So I thought, oh, Juicy Juice. So you can call me Juice, but if you're gonna say the whole username, I prefer when you say Juicy Saft because that's how it's supposed to be sounded, and it's supposed to be capital J, capital S, but no account lets me do that. I just don't like the look of a lowercase j and a lowercase s because they're supposed to be two separate things. But it's okay. It's me. I'm pissing on the wall. This live stream will be on YouTube later today. Fuck. Then I better not say something nasty. Like, God, how embarrassing would it be if I said my butthole is tight and firm and wet constantly, always lubricated, not with poo-poo, but just with pure lube. I secrete it. Yeah, I'm one of the special ones. I was born to take it up the ass. It's just, I don't know what it is, you know? I secrete a special oil out of my anal glands. And, man. Forehead. Yeah, I got a lot of forehead. Well, you look fucking forehead. You think I'm funny? I'm not. You're wrong. Actually, I've been brainwashing all of you guys. There is no content that I make. I'm always perpetually staring at the screen and putting a thought in your head. You all don't see the same video. And every time you read the comments, your brain is, because of my mind control, making you see the comment of what you thought you saw. So it's like the Hypnotoad from Futurama. It's exactly like that. In fact, I'm not actually holding my phone at all. I'm in the bathroom pissing. That's what that water sound is. I constantly piss. So it makes it look like I'm on my bed, but I'm actually in the bathroom. The reason why there's no echo, same thing. I'm mind controlling you. I always thought it'd be cool if you had powers of psychic powers to make people into a hive mind, like a kind of like an anthill where you could control people's brains and like put them under spell, so they wouldn't even know that they were controlled. But like at any point in time, you could like, and they'd activate and come over. So if I wanted them to dig a damn hole or like cavern, I could just make them do that, and they wouldn't complain. I wouldn't bitch. You heard about Mixer? Yeah, I heard Ninja's going over there for it's like Twitch, I guess. Which means that every single streamer is going to be asked about it constantly. How do you feel? Are you moving over? And it's inevitable. You're gonna see, like, it's strange to me that Twitch was up for so long and no other platform was gaining traction. Twitch dominated the playing field. But to be honest, to Jeff Bezos' credit for Amazon and all that, Twitch actually does reward their streamers a lot better than YouTube and all these other places do. Like, you get more out of it, and they actually care. At least the team does. So it's owned by Amazon, but the team itself is much better, I guess. So that sucks. You can't really boycott Amazon if you're playing on that. So there's no ethical consumption of your capitalism, unfortunately. So New Zealand doesn't exist, so why would I shout out somewhere that's fake? Microsoft Switch, it's owned by Amazon. I'm pretty sure it's owned by Amazon. No stream Mixer? Might be. Yeah, it'll come out. It'll, like, more people will join, and they'll see. And it'll honestly depend. And the stupid thing is that sooner or later people are gonna have brand loyalty. I think brand loyalty is the stupidest thing on the fucking planet, because they make you pay. It's like a marketing strategy, like Coke versus Pepsi. Dude, really, that's just like that. They want that. They want PS4 versus Xbox. They all want that because it makes more loyal fans that'll buy bullshit over and over and over again. If you only own one console and think that makes you better than everybody else, you're actually dumb as shit. You're actually dumb as shit because if you can't even call yourself a gamer if you only want to game on one fucking side. Like if you're a PC gamer only, you're not a gamer. You're really not. I really don't believe that you're actually a gamer that likes games. I think that unless you only like it's just like if you think you're superior for doing it, then you're not a gamer. You know? My entire life I've loved video games of all kinds. I had a PS2, I had a game like every time that I had something I didn't get toys. My mom would like struggle to get stuff for Christmas, but every like 3 years when the prices went way down, she would get a console for us when she could. And that was super nice. Like she would struggle to do that. But like I remember when I first got my GameCube. I remember when we had to share it with my brother. It was my brother and I's GameCube. And when we got that, we had a Nintendo 64. But when we got that, we were fucking ecstatic. I lost my mind. My favorite memories are from the GameCube. That was my favorite console of all. It had Animal Crossing. It had this game called Haunted Mansion, which I really loved. I just my best memories are from the PlayStation 2 and GameCube. I loved those. You know, if I had to pick a favorite, I don't like picking favorites, but I would pick Nintendo as my favorite console gaming consoles to play, just because they're fun. Why is nothing a square? Why is nothing a square anymore, or a cube? I mean, like nothing's hard shapes. What happened to the cubes? What happened? What happened to the shapes? Everything's so sleek. Or weirdly bumped. Like the PlayStation 4 bumped. The 360 cylindrical. What's with these shapes? Where's the sphere? Where's the fucking spheres? Why does Hacky keep quitting and rejoining? Health. I I say it's just it gets to him. What people don't get is that when you start getting a following and everything, it is a lot to like have people who know you constantly and talk about you constantly. Um, I myself don't give a shit because I have a goal in mind and that's to put forth, but that's because I'm comfortable with it. But Hacky might not be. Hacky might, because he was having mental issues before with depression and everything. And I've jumped into his lives every once in a while. And I could tell that he was just not, having the greatest time. Plus, you can see that he's more of like a quiet man. He's more of a keeps to himself kind of person. So he's probably not somebody that likes attention too much, like too much attention, and it just gets to you. So the last time he left, it was because the first time he left, health. The second time, health again. He was feeling really terrible, and he actually got his account like suspended because of that. I'm pretty sure, or he just left because something else happened that made him get suspended. I do think that you should stop telling people that you're leaving though. For all of these TikTokers, not him specifically, but all of them, because there's a lot of TikTokers that say, "I'm taking a break from TikTok. I'm leaving." You don't gotta tell your fans shit. You really don't have to. You really don't have to. I had my phone broken for like months, and I couldn't make videos. I tried, and they'd sound terrible, and it just made me feel like shit because now my jokes aren't going to be appreciated because nobody like the sound from my fucking fish tank is too much for people, but nobody can just hear a sound that is a little jarring without going. So I know that jokes that I know would have done a lot better had they not been sounded like crap. Whatever. But I just took a big ass break and came back. Nothing changed. You really don't have to. If you just need to take a break, just take a fucking break. You don't owe anybody anything. I don't tell fans anything. I don't tell them my name. I don't tell them where I live. I keep distance, and I think that's important. I think that, just look like Benji and was it Benji and George or something? Those two are constantly like everybody's like oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, looking into their lives and everything, and obsessed with them. And truly, like, majority of it is straight girls that fetishize gay relationships, or people who think they're an ally hardcore because they like gay relationships. Like, oh my god, you know, those people are like, small bean must protect you and all that shit. Basically people from Tumblr who can't fucking act like a normal person and leave people the fuck alone. Like, whenever I see Benji or Jay, I don't know the other guy's username, it's kind of hard to remember. Whenever I see their videos, I think, okay, and I move on, and it's just normal. They're just two dudes that are having a good time. They like each other, and that's it. But people obsess over their relationship, and it's really annoying to me, because it's like, that's not your business. You should really, like, it's fine to find it cute and everything, and it's perfectly fine to find it cute, but people are like, people think they own, like, once you gain a following, people start like twisting you into their own personal, like, they own you, like your mind. So like it's with with all celebrities. We're all just human beings. We're all just people, and I think that even celebrities forget that at times, where they just get it twisted and think that they're better than other people too. Not them, but I'm saying, like, actual celebrities, you know. People forget. I have not, Cry. I have not seen that. Knock knock, who's there? It's not even edgy girls. It's honestly just that. It's just people in general that do that. You know what I've noticed is that people will go out of their way to say positive things, especially about people with, like, obvious deformities and things like that. Like, people will gain a lot of followers if they're missing a hand or missing body parts, or their body looks a little, like, not typically, like, it's not societal accepting, like their face is a little, like, messed up from genetics or from a disease or something, and it makes their skin like whatever, or they're missing, like, a part of their face or something. And I feel like people like to just gawk and stare at them, and it doesn't feel organic. Like it's like their own ticket to the freak show. Look at me, you know. Look at that freak, you know. And then, because in reality, in real life, if they actually see people with disabilities and they actually see people with that, they're fucking uncomfortable, and they're, oh. You know how many people, like, say good things about handicapped people who, like, can't walk or anything like that, but then go, like, don't know what the fuck to do when someone in a wheelchair pops up. It's just a dude sitting down. Just it's a guy in a chair that can move. Just, it's not that big a deal. Just move the fuck out of their way. Say hey, do whatever. It's not like get the damn door for them, obviously. Don't be a dick, but don't, like, make it bigger than it has to. Nobody wants to be treated like they're a damn dog or a child when they're a full-grown adult, you know, like, are you okay? Are you alright? Do you need water? All to make themselves feel better. Like, I'm a good person. It's just like those people that give dollars and sandwiches to people while recording themselves to pat themselves on the back and get that, wow, you're such a good person thing. Like, yeah, I am, but really they're shitty on the inside. Not to take away from people that are actually fans of these people. I'm saying that there are a lot of people that just genuinely do that to be like, look how good I am. I'm giving this fucking deformed jackass a follow. That's them thinking that in their mind. That's not me saying that about them. That's me saying that that's what they're thinking. You know? I don't know. Because then they're always like asking too many personal questions about their deformities or disabilities or things like that, or getting too weird with it or things like that. Some people just have fun with their thing. Like, they're missing a leg, they'll, like, hobble around, like, take it off and then hop around. If somebody says, like, oh, my leg's hurting, and they're like, haha, same. I also think some people use their like, missing hand or missing leg or missing anything to be like, look at this, which is fine. Use what you got. I don't disrespect the game, and I don't disrespect that. If you want to have fun with it, why shouldn't you be able to, like, have fun with what your body is? Like, I'm not going to tell somebody you should stop that.
Nah. Why should they like wake up every morning and be like, "Fuck, where are my hands?" and then not be able to have fun with that? I saw like this one girl literally has like no hands. Like she just has like she calls them two fingers. That's it. And she just has fun with it. She still makes videos. She still does lip syncs and all that shit. And she has fun. And you know, I don't view her as strong and brave or anything like that. I view her as just somebody with a disability that, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back for thinking that either, but I do get tired of people being like, "You're so brave." Stop treating people with disabilities like they're children, please. For the love of God, just give them respect. I can't speak for anybody with a disability. I can't speak for every single person, but it's just uncomfortable, when people baby them to make themselves feel better, like they're a good person. I'm always watching people. I'm always observing how people are. Hello. People out there think people are below them. They really do. What's up on the day? Maybe later.
They're honestly the worst people are people who flex their wealth. The people that do prank videos or flex their wealth or try to show like, look at how great my life is, I despise them with a passion. I think that it would be great to rob them of all their money and just fucking give it out. Just release it into the wild. Just anybody can have it. Can't pay for your bills? Here you go. Here's some douchebag that wants you to see how much money he has. You want to show your wealth so bad, now give it. I also hate teenagers that flex their parents' wealth too. The spoiled kids, that whole rich boy check. I don't know. I'm biased because I'm poor and I've been homeless like countless times. So I think I just get like, not, I guess envious. And I look at that. I'm like, fucking bitch, you stupid bitch. But at the same time, I just don't think it's respectable. Like, I think of Bo Burnham's like that song where he's like, "I am an artist, please don't revere me. I slept in late while you worked in the drugstore." I think of that song where he's talking about how you shouldn't revere artists and you shouldn't like think of them as higher than anybody else. And you really can't say that you made it if you, like me, I can't say I did this on my own. I made jokes and people found them funny, but really it's the constant fans. It's the constant, like, I didn't make, if I get any money, and I have from all of the beautiful people that have helped me. Guzzlebones, I still remember every name from people who give way too fucking much. Like, Guzzlebones gave me $200, which to some douchebag that has money and doesn't even give a shit, they wouldn't even care about that. They'd be like, "Oh, thanks, dude, whatever." But to somebody like me that's struggling with cash, that actually helped me. Like, I'm gonna be able to pay my rent and not be in the red, because I've been eating potatoes and mashed potatoes that I stole from work. I had to shower with just water for a while because I went out and bought shampoo, conditioner, and just soap, and felt like terrible shit. Like, that's what being poor is all the time. And I really hate when people say just work harder, because you work as hard as you can. I've had 3 jobs at one point, and bills just keep slapping up. For somebody that has a safety net and cash on hand and cash in the bank, an expense here and there that takes a lot still won't do anything to you. But someone like me and someone like my mom and someone like all the poor people that I've grown up around, you break your leg, you're fucked. Like, I popped my knee out, and we had to work to get that removed. Like, we had to work to get, like, I would still be paying that off because the ambulance ride itself is like $5,000 minimum. Just to take you. And the drugs they provide, and I guess, and all that. But it's like, I can't afford that. Nobody can afford that. So that's why I'm violently for. I do think that some people also don't save too. That is, I like, as much as I am for the poor people and everything. There are people who violently waste their money. And every once in a while I'll be like, yeah, no, there's some, like, you shouldn't have to suffer. You should be able to enjoy yourself and buy stuff that you want to buy, and that shouldn't be like a terrible thing. But there are people who genuinely wasted on drugs, wasted on buying designer clothes and all that constantly, all the time. And then they're like, oh man, I'm struggling. It's like, dude, as much as I want to say have fun and do what makes you happy, you and me are both poor. Don't wear that. Don't buy that. Suffer for a fucking second. And just, there's no, I'm not even saying for, it's not good. It's not good. It sucks. It's terrible. It hurts and it's awful. But you really, like, unless you have the money to say, like, I'd say you should always have, if you're going to buy something, you should always make sure that you can pay another bill before then. So after that purchase, you should have enough money to pay another bill. Any bill whatsoever. That's that before you buy something. You know? And for fast food and all that, they'll say, oh, we'll stop buying fast food. That's all I could eat. That's all I can afford. Taco Bell is cheap, and you can get a lot for a little. Even though, like, their portions are small, or at least not really small. No, their portions aren't small, but whatever. And that's all you can afford. You can't afford to buy meals. Sometimes when I have a lot of money, I'll spend $100 and get stuff that I can prepare and stuff that won't, like, go down. But milk, eggs, everything that I need to make, like, an actual balanced meal or something like that, that spoils everything. I can't keep that for long. So I don't want to buy something that I'm just going to end up having to throw away or waste. Like, that's one of the times that I don't actually talk to people who don't. I don't listen to anybody that hasn't lived, that hasn't struggled. I don't invalidate your opinion, but I don't think your opinion is worth anything to me. If you haven't struggled, if you haven't been poor, if you haven't been homeless, I don't listen to you. I don't give a shit about whatever the fuck you say. If you've had your entire life handed to you, your parents have worked their asses off, they've struggled, or maybe they didn't, and you've lived a very comfortable life, shut the fuck up. And I still think that some middle class families, even though they have a house and even though they have things for them and they have a car and they have a safety net, sometimes they still struggle too. So lower middle class and a little bit of if you're high upper middle class, I don't consider that like now. But even then, even if you're middle class, you have to understand that our struggles are completely different. Like, I was trying to tell my kid's mom about that, and she said, you know, sometimes we've been in the red, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's different. It's completely different. Like, I don't deny that you've had struggles, but your fridge is full. Your fridge is constantly full. Your pantry is constantly full, despite whatever you have. Your dad owns a house other places like that he's trying to sell, and that's a big pull on his money that he's trying to sell and get rid of. But my mom has to work under the table jobs just to pay rent and keep money. I've had to work 3 jobs just to save up for a car. Meanwhile, you know, I don't have grandparents or parents. My family is my mom, my brother, my sister, and I barely know my grandma on my mom's side. They sent me money for my birthday every year, and I used to go with them, and but they're not in my life, you know. Whatever. So whenever I hear rich people or people who haven't struggled talk about, like, it's just a mentality, you have to put the work in. Bitch, I am. We all are. You have no fucking clue. You have no fucking clue. You don't even begin to know. Come back to me when you really consider eating spoiled food. Spoiled, rotten food. Because you are that hungry. You're like, fuck it. There's nothing else. I have nothing else. By the way, food stamps can't be traded. They really can't buy anything except the actual things that you can buy, and they're based on how many children you have and all that. And while it's great to have and it does help you, that does not pay your other bills. It takes away the food costs and everything, but other than that, you still suffer. So when upper middle class people say hardworking Americans don't get to have a full fridge, you do. All right, every once a month,
or once every few months, we get to have like a full fridge and get to experience what. Well, we stopped having food stamps. My mom actually stopped qualifying for it, or at least stopped going for it a long time ago. I don't even live with her, but there'd be days like we would stock up on just, but and she made sure we didn't go hungry. Like we'd go to. You're welcome, Ace. Thank you for listening. We would go to buffet, all you can eat buffets, and we'd bring baggies and we'd steal food, plates, whatever. We'd steal there's some like what I consider my childhood is just keep your mouth shut. Whenever and don't take money. Don't ever steal money from anybody ever. Like one time my mom dropped her cash and that was all the cash she had to buy food. She dropped cash, and this stupid bitch put her foot on it. Acting like she didn't see it. Acted like she was just like, whatever. But she, immediately put her foot on it to hide it so she could steal it. Dusty bitch. And, maybe she was struggling too, but even then, I don't respect you if you steal money from other people. Other people that are struggling. That's the one thing that I will never respect, ever. I can understand getting to a point where you're so, boggled down that you do anything, but I'd rather starve. I'd rather be in pain, and I'd rather be homeless than ever take money from somebody else. Even the donations that I get from here, I feel dirty for. That it's not my money, it's not my cash. I don't know what, and I don't have anything to offer back, which is why I ask people to buy my merch instead of just giving me cash. I see less money. People give me more money, and I keep more money through donations, but I'd prefer if even if I only get $1 from my merch, which I actually do get a lot from the merch itself, but even if I don't get that much, it's still a lot more in terms of my well-being in my mind. I'm thinking, okay, at least I'm selling something and it's not thievery, because there are people I don't have much, but I'd like to help you. It's no, keep that. That's why I'm trying to remember everybody that LG Fod, somebody that always donated all the time. Guzzlebones donated $200 one time when I was really struggling. China, Cheyna, maybe it's China or Shayna, whatever. Shayna sounds pretty. Donated $100 to me. And it's great, and I think, wow, fuck. But here's the funny part. I don't have any of that still. Every dollar that I've gotten has gone to my son or my bills, and I have not been able to save because I keep getting hit with them. But good news is I'm finally getting to a point where